Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's week 3 of my journey towards my very first 50K. My name is Renee and today is April the 22nd, which means as of today, I only have 30 weeks left until the race. So I'm really excited about that. According to my training plan, I'm kind of looking at it right now. This upcoming week's going to be kind of light because I ended up doing my 14-mile run last week, which was a week behind. But even though I'm a week behind on my training plan, I think I'm going to stay on track. So I'm skipping one of my weeks and I'm going to keep it a light week this week. So I got 6 miles coming up this upcoming weekend. And I think I'm only going to do 2 or 3 extra runs this week. Definitely an interval day because I need to work on that. And then I may do another Red Rock day or something light and easy and keep it light because next week I have a 16-mile run. So that's what's coming up for the next 2 weeks. The video is coming up after this. Actually, the first video and couple pictures is up. I did Red Rock a week and a half ago. So I just give you guys a brief glimpse of what Red Rocks is like. And I'm hoping to one of these days soon, as soon as I get the GoPro set up, is take you with me on the entire run and show you what it's like because it's just an amazing run. So that's what's coming. So that's what those pictures were. And it was a gorgeous day when I ran a week and a half ago. I was in a tank top and I think it was maybe mid 70s or maybe low 70s. It was totally awesome. I was running around in a tank top. The video after that, though, keep that in mind that I was running in a tank top and the temperatures was like in the 70s because 3 days later I did another video of the day that I was supposed to run 14 miles and you'll see the big difference in the weather on those 2 days. And then after that video, I did a couple more pictures of what I just took when we were there. So it kind of shows the progression of the lake when I first got there versus when we left. And then I wrapped this whole thing up with a nutrition video. Really, the nutrition is more of what I do. I kind of go over a little bit of what I found, I researched on, but a lot of it's just to kind of show you guys what I did for my 14-mile run and what I learned. So I'm hoping to take some of those with me to the 16-mile run and maybe improve on it a little better. Like I said, it's all trial and error. Now, if you guys have questions about anything, definitely please questions, please list them below. And if you want to keep following, please hit that subscribe button and follow. I would totally love that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and I hope you enjoy all the videos that are coming up. I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, flexibility is important sometimes. Yes, so today was the day, it's Saturday, and today was the day I was supposed to run 14 miles, and let's just say it's not happening. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself, is that as much as I love living in cooler areas, I refuse to run in the snow. So, and today is cold. It's been about 27 degrees all day. It just started snowing about a couple hours ago and it's still 27 degrees, but at least the wind kind of calmed down a little bit. So no running today, but I will get my 14 miles in. I'll definitely make sure I will do some videotaping of that because I promised to go over some nutritional stuff around the long distance and when to eat, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. We still came out for the run because my partner did the race. He is going to go about 31 miles, do his 50K. And then we are going to go get something hot to eat and drink. So there's this lake here that everyone's running around trying to do at least 24 hours. So good luck to all those that are still running. But stay tuned. I am going to go warm up really quick before he gets done because my hands are freezing. But talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a couple days since I've been on, but I wanted to go over a few quick things with you. So first of all, I did my 14 miles over the weekend and that actually went pretty well. And I also got my GoPro. Boop. So We tried filming some of the 14 milers, but we were having problems with the SD card that slides in. So I haven't taken a look at that yet. But if anything good comes out of the video that we did, any good clips, I will definitely post that on at the end of this video, just so you guys can kind of see where I was running and some of the rolling hills, which actually weren't too bad. It's always nicer to run on flat than rolling hills, but at least it wasn't like mountain elevation, incline and decline that I was dealing with. So rolling hills, I can handle those. And then, like I said, the running didn't do too bad. We definitely tweaked the nutrition aspect of it. So that actually went a lot better than all my other runs, long runs. However, my hips started flaring up around mile 7. And in the past, they never did that until about mile 15, 16. So they were definitely telling me I was ignoring them. So what happens with me is that my hip flexors tend to get really tight, especially when I'm not stretching them. And then my glutes are kind of weak. So if I'm not working my glutes and stretching my hip flexors, they kind of cause an issue. So they actually start getting really tight and then they start to flare up during a run. So that's something I know that I definitely need to start working on. They were definitely telling me that I was ignoring them. So definitely this week, that is one of my goals, is to work on strengthening up my glutes a little bit more and making sure I get a lot more stretching involved, especially with my hip flexors. So, all right. So obviously today's nutrition. So let's go over some of the nutrition when it comes to running. First, eating beforehand. Obviously always eat beforehand. I know a lot of people like to do exercising on an empty stomach. And when you're running, especially with the longer distance, you have to eat beforehand. You have to start supplying your body with calories, because you're definitely going to be burning through them. Because what is it? You burn about 400 to 600 calories an hour, but your body can only absorb like 240 to 280 calories an hour. So you kind of have to get a head start on that one. Now, how far in advance to eat is really up to you. Now, my partner likes to eat closer to run, like an hour and a half to 2 hours, because he likes having that full stomach, which slows him down when he takes off. What we found out for me is that we did about an hour and a half, and that was not enough time because it sat so heavy in my stomach. I had a hard time getting in more food. And one thing we started playing with is making sure I got more food than before, because here with this elevation, for some reason, my heart rate stays up higher, longer. So I think I'm burning through a lot more glycogen than normal. So I'm burning through those carbs, and I need those carbs. So definitely for me, I have to eat about 3 hours beforehand. And one thing I've noticed too is this time we've cut out the oatmeal. Oatmeal used to be my staple. And we just went with eggs and potato, and that made a huge difference on my gut. I had no gut issues through the whole 14-mile run, which was actually really awesome. So for me, I'm cutting down the fiber. Now, like I said, everyone's a little bit different, so it's really whatever's going to work for you. So now, how many calories you eat? You don't need to stuff yourself. Just get some kind of calories into your system and get it processing. Now, calories during the run. Now, I did a little bit of research on this, because when I first started running, I was told 100 calories every hour. So every hour you just pop an energy gel. But here we're finding out that's not quite enough for me. So I was actually doing a little bit of research, and I found multiple different numbers on how much you should be eating. But this one I found I wanted to show you. And this is for those who like a visual. Like me, I have to have visual, especially when it comes to numbers. And hopefully I'm trying to avoid a lot of the reflection, which I guess is not working so well. So yes, this is actually just a frame with glass that I'm using for an track race board. I actually think it's pretty awesome. But okay, the gold standard basically is 1 gram of carb per minute. So you're looking at 60 grams of carbs per hour. Now, there are, obviously, most of you guys will all know this, there's 4 calories per gram of carbs. So multiply that by 4. So you're looking at 240 calories per hour. Now, this next part is for those of you who are doing those a lot longer runs. So those for you who are going to be out past 4 to 6 hours, they say at that time you can actually start adding protein into it. So if you're looking at the 240 calories, when you're looking at protein, they're saying, whoop, there you go, protein. You're looking at 1 gram per 3 to 4 grams of carbs. So if you're looking at 240 calories per hour, you're going to, like, let's say the 1 to 4, you're looking at 60 calories of protein and then 180 calories of carbs. So those two added together would be your 240. So that's kind of how they're breaking down. Now, that was actually the first time I've heard anything about protein. Usually it's always carbs, 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 because that's what you're burning as you're running. So that is something I definitely want to do a little bit more research on, because my overall goal for the 50K is to finish. My second goal is to kind of average 15 minutes or a little bit below, which is going to put me out there about, I think, like 7.5 hours out there. So definitely the protein will come into play there. So I'm definitely going to do some more research on the protein. But what I find interesting about this one is, like I said earlier, your body can only absorb 240 calories to 280. So there's the 240 again. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of correlation why they're both 240 showing up. So definitely more research needs to be done on that, especially on my part. So guys, do your research too, see what you can find. Now, the type of fuel source you eat when you run is all up to you. It's personal preference. There is gels out there, galores, there's blocks, there's those honey wafers. I have a friend who's actually ran the Boston a couple times, and she eats candy, Skittles, or like, I think it's more gummy bears. And so, because sugar is sugar, basically, at what point when you're out there, it's just, that's what you're looking for, those quick carbs, anything that's easy digestible, that's going to absorb really quickly. So you're looking at the simple sugars. So it's really up to you what works. Some people like plain honey. I know there's a product out of Canada that uses maple syrup, which is sugar, basically sugar. So take a look around. I mentioned before, there's the Tailwind, which also includes the electrolytes involved with it. And it's just the sugars with electrolytes all in one, and you can drink it. So really, the type of calories you eat is really up to you. You just want to make sure they're easily accessible. You can get them in, you can chew. I noticed with me, because I'm such a mouth breather, I can't have anything that I have to sit and chew and chew and chew. So there's those block gels, which I love, but in the wintertime, they're kind of a little bit on the harder side. So trying to chew those as I'm breathing is a little bit rough. So really, it's what works for you. So, play around with it. All the gels are different, they taste differently. So if you don't like one brand, try a different brand. If you like certain types of candy, you can just take that candy out with you. On the lot longers, when you're looking at like the half, especially the marathons and longer, you're going to have food at the aid stations. And there's always a variety of foods there. And I notice when I run up to, there's one specific thing I'm craving, and it's potato chips. And I don't know if it's the salt, if it's quick, I think a big part's the salt, because that's what I'm craving. I bypass candy when I go to the aid stations. Other people go straight for them. So again, it's what you're craving at the time, because what you may like now, you may not like when you're running, and vice versa, because your system's all out of whack. So it's going to kind of change what you are craving, or what you can actually get down your throat, basically, because there might be times you're not going to want to eat, and you just got to shove food down your throat. So, which is kind of interesting. But so as in types of food, like I said, it's all about you. What's your personal preference, what you're going to like. Now afterwards, definitely when you get done your run, you want to eat something afterwards. Now, the bigger the run, the more the calories you want to make sure you get in. Like if you're only going to run a couple miles, you may just need to eat something small really quick afterwards. After the 14-mile run I did, I went ahead and I actually got a chocolate milk and a bag of potato chips, because Lay's potato chips, it's salt, especially when it's hot. I crave salt. It's like the craziest thing, and that's what I go straight to. So I went ahead and in the chocolate milk, there's your quick sugar, digest it, and then you got your protein in it. So it's actually a perfect combo to get in just really quick and process right after you work out. Now, I mentioned what I did differently on the 14-mile runs. What we did is we ate beforehand. So I had the eggs and potatoes, which we learned I need to eat a little bit sooner. But right before I took off, I remember doing this when I was in Washington. I did quick energy gel. I think I had 2 blocks left, which is, I think, about 70 calories. Ate those really quick before I took off, so some quick sugar. And then we tried to do it every 45 minutes. And at one point, it was about an hour I had to wait, because the potato and the eggs were still kind of sitting in my stomach. But that actually really worked well. I mean, the whole run, I did not tank out energy-wise at all. And that was the first time that's happened in a while. And I didn't tank out afterwards, which is huge, because last time I tanked really bad last time. So the combination of making sure I got more calories and then having that chocolate milk right afterwards made a huge difference for me. So like I said, everyone's a little bit different. So trial and error, but I want to make sure you guys at least know what I'm doing and what I'm going to try. I've got to figure out probably how to get a little bit more calories in. So we're going to toy around with that a little bit. And definitely looking at what the aid stations are going to have. And so we're going to play around with those foods. So we may start doing like some bananas as well, like chopped up bananas or something. Not quite sure, but if you guys have any suggestions, or just go ahead and tell me what you guys do below, because you know everything I'm learning, I'm learning it from other people as well, because it's what's working for them. So I'll try something. If it doesn't work, I'll move on to something else. And so definitely post below what you guys are doing, you know, because I'd love to find out, you know, maybe there is something different that might work for me. So go ahead and do that. And I think that's all I have for today. So I definitely will check out the SD card on the video for the GoPro. I can't wait to get that going more, because I'm going to do Red Rock, and I'm going to take you guys with me on my loop at Red Rock. You guys are going to totally love it. It's like amazing out there. But I have to make sure we get the SD card working right. But like I said, I'll go ahead and post that afterwards. And if you have any questions or anything else about nutrition, definitely post them below. I will get to them on another video. And I was going to go over hydration and electrolytes, but I think I'm going to wait to another video to do that. Actually, probably the next one, because summer is coming. So those two are huge, hydration and electrolytes. So I definitely will do that on the next one. But until then, I hope you guys are having a great day. Make sure you guys are doing at least one thing today that gets you one step closer to one of your goals. All right, have a great day.